Manx Radio's 1 to 3, tended by Ramsey Garden Centre. Pick up your new all-season loyalty card in-store today and start collecting reward points.
I'm delighted to have some studio guests today. It's nice on a Monday to not be alone in the studio. Know that you're not alone, said Cat Burns, and I'm not. I've got Angela Stewart with me from Manx Voices and Christine Collister. Fastomy to both of you.
Hello, darling.
It's lovely to have you both here, and we're talking about a concert that you're both very much involved with. Angela, I'll come to you first because this is a Manx Voices concert, but with guests in a way, isn't it?
That's right.
So obviously we've talked about Manx Voices before, but for those who don't know, just tell us who or what is Manx Voices?
Well, Manx Voices started out as the Manx Girls Choir back in the 1950s with Harry Pickard, and it was inherited by Alan Pickard, and then 20 years ago it was inherited by me, mainly because sort of default action, there was nobody else to take it on. So I volunteered to do it for a short time while we found somebody better. And I'm still doing it 20 years on. So it's a ladies' choir. There's about 40 of us, but there may not be quite so many singing in the concert. And we do lots of things. The Guild, we sing in competitions away, we do concerts and charity events and things.
And give us an idea, obviously it's going to be festive this week, but what is your usual kind of repertoire? What sorts of things do you usually sing?
It's really mixed. We do folk songs and we do some contemporary composers for upper voice choral. We do madrigals, we do big choral works by people like Schubert and Brahms. It's a proper mix.
A good mix. Well,
and some pop stuff as well, but not so much of that.
Well, I love the fact that you have joined forces for this Christmas concert, which I should say we're going to find out much more about over the next sort of 10 to 15 minutes, but it's on Friday at St George's Church. And Christine Collister is involved.
I am.
How did you get involved in this
Would
one?
you really like to know?
Yes.
Well, let me. So it started with a fitting for pressure socks.
Okay. I mean, that's a brilliant reason to get involved in a concert.
Absolutely. Not for me, you understand, but for my mum, bless her. A few months ago, before she went into full-time care, she had an appointment to be fitted for pressure socks, and the very lovely nurse, Sarah, noticed my name on Mum's notes, and she said, "Oh, you're not the singer then?" Because I had my married name is Collister Miller, and I went, "Oh no, I am." She went, "Oh, do you ever collaborate?" I sing in a choir. Do you ever collaborate with choirs? I said, "I've never been asked." So she let Angela know that, yeah, sure, I'd be up for that. And I thought I wouldn't hear anything for ages. And I think Angela got hold of me that night. And so we started going, well, I can do this, I can't do that. I didn't think I'd be able to do much in the way of rehearsal because at the time I was still living with Mum, bless her. But she went in full-time care about 2 months ago. So I'm freer, so to speak. And interestingly and appropriately, the charity that they're collecting for is Forget-Me-Nots. Yeah, we keep doing that, forgetting that it's called Forget-Me-Nots, who are a fabulous charity who really, really help those with dementia and those caring for people with dementia, as I know myself. So
yeah, and do you know what? I'm just going to bring to mind now a quote that's actually listed in this programme because it works really well. So the quote that Angela's included in the programme for Friday night at St George's is, "If more of us valued food and cheer and song above hoarded gold, it would be a merrier world." And actually, music does bring cheer and merriment, doesn't it? And
does.
Especially, with what you're just talking about going through now. Obviously your mum is brilliantly cared for now, but it has given you a freedom to do what you love, and it must feel fantastic.
It does. Yeah, I can't really describe in words how I feel, and it's taken me this 2 months to just kind of get my feet and feel grounded again. And I see my mum, a couple of times a week, and she's doing great. In fact, she's doing better now than she was. So she's having a bit of a renaissance, which is absolutely wonderful.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Yeah.
So, Angela, then, how have you approached sort of incorporating Christine, I suppose, into what you were doing with regards to music already?
Well, we always have a theme for our Christmas concert, and this year it's Christmas music from the British Isles. So we already had some things, and I thought, that might be nice if Christine sang the verse lines and we put in the chorus, which is there's an Orkney song, a Hebridean song that we sing, Christ Child's Lullaby, and so she'll be involved in that. And then I just went around the British Isles making sure I represented everywhere. So we've got a Cornish piece, a Welsh piece, a couple of Irish pieces, and obviously some Manx and English pieces. So we've covered everywhere.
How beautiful. And there's also some original music, which we're going to talk about more in a moment. However, Christine might have... Do you know that she recorded a bit of your rehearsal last week?
Oh, yes, she did ask.
Yes, okay. Thought I'd better check because she's given me some recordings here. We've got tiny little snippets here of Alleluia, and I'm just going to let it play because at the very beginning you get a little bit of the chat from everyone sort of getting ready to sing this, and it's really lovely. So here's a sneak preview, a tiny little bit of Alleluia from Friday evening's forthcoming concert.
Can I try one more time? Or?
Definitely, yeah. I don't want to conduct this because I don't think it's really appropriate for me to conduct it. We need to just feel it.
When I nod my head, you hit it. Isn't that what they say to a drummer?
I'll be watching you.
Okay. I do like it when you go 1, 2, 3, whatever though.
Absolutely beautiful. A sneak preview of Friday evening's concert. That is from a rehearsal of Manx Voices with Christine Collister, and you'll be able to go and experience that and much, much more on Friday evening. So that it's at St George's Church from 7:30 p.m. We're going to chat more with Angela and Christine about it shortly. However, another birthday now. It's only Justin Curry's birthday from Delamitri today.
And we'll all be lonely tonight and lonely tomorrow.
I need a microphone. Christine Collister, you're blushing listening to
No? What do you mean?
So Justin Curry, it's his birthday today.
Bless him.
Many happy returns. He's 59, off of Delamitri. So quite like them, don't you? Or is it just Justin that you quite like?
No, I love the band, but he's gorgeous.
Isn't he lovely?
Yeah. I mean, in the 80s, when I was a much younger person myself anyway, and he's a wonderful writer, fabulous singer. Yeah.
Isn't he? I mean, and they do have so many excellent pop songs. And they're back on tour next year.
Yeah, exciting.
Yeah, so happy birthday, Justin Curry.
Indeed.
In case you have just tuned in, we're chatting with Christine Collister and Angela Stewart from Manx Voices, all about a concert that is happening on Friday evening in St George's Church. And so it is Manx Voices with special guests Christine Collister and Graham Kirkland. Angela, tell us about Graham.
That's right. Well, Graham is a musician on the island. He's a very, very talented man. He plays violin in the symphony orchestra, but he also is a brilliant organist and pianist. And he's played for us for a few years now, and I always spring things on him, check his availability well early in the year. And he's going to be playing some fantastic pieces with us, including Parry's I Was Glad, which is the song that I think Kate walked down the aisle to when she was getting married to the Prince.
Lovely.
Brilliant starter piece, but it's a fantastic organ piece in its own right. And so he'll be making the best use of that lovely organ that's at St George's Church for that. But he's also doing a solo. He's doing a piano solo called Stalham River by an English-Irish composer called Murren, and he's just hugely talented and great to have around in rehearsals. Very reliable.
Well, you say great to have around in rehearsals. We did hear a little bit of a rehearsal before, and we heard a little bit of the chat leading into the choir and Christine singing Alleluia. It sounds like you're all having so much fun.
We do have a lovely time at rehearsals. We've got a very stable group of singers. We don't have a very quick turnaround. Once people join, they tend to stay. I mean, we've got a lady called Greta who's joined the choir in the 1950s, and she's still there. So, but there's a lot of continuity. But also we do have some new singers who come in and think, oh, I want to be a part of this. This is great. So.
Well, Christine, you mentioned that you haven't done this sort of thing before, collaborating with a choir. What's it like for you?
Oh, it's fantastic. And also, I mean, for somebody, I'm a very intuitive person, I mean singer and what have you. I have no formal training at all. So I'm so impressed with it. They all read music. Like I can't read a dot. But and then to also hear them talking about what they're looking at in order to get the right place on this. I'm just fascinated. I think I'm so impressed. And I think they're brilliant.
And it's a lovely thing because not only do we have, as has been described, music from the British Isles, from all kinds of genres and eras as well, we're going to hear some of your music. And how is that going to work out?
Well, not only is it some of my music, but it's a world premiere.
Because you've been working on a brand new and super exciting project.
Yeah, I mean, for quite some time now I've been doing it, but it's finally coming to fruition, and I should have copies early next year. So I was inspired to write 9 pieces inspired by Manx folklore. I've recorded and wrote and produced 9 tracks on my own with Logic loops and my voice. And then I invited people, some artists, including Nicola Dixon. She commissioned her to do 3 pieces to illustrate the songs, and it's now going to become a book with writing about the inspirations for each song or the story, and a piece of artwork for each piece as well. And I'm really thrilled and proud of the way it's turned out, because I've had to collaborate with lots of different people, and I've never done a book before, so it's been a wonderful learning curve, and I was generously supported by the Isle of Man Arts Council and Culture Vannin, so I couldn't have done it without them at all.
And Angela, the Manx Voices get to sing on this premiere of one of the pieces from Christine's forthcoming album.
That's right. I was really lucky. I had a chance to listen to all 9 tracks, and one of them particularly struck a chord with me because it's called Wise Woman, and it's about a woman who was rolled in a barrel down Slewallian, so didn't come to a very good ending. But it's beautiful because it's all about her wisdom and her good intentions, and she was misinterpreted, but her intentions were always good. And the chorus is lovely and hypnotic, and we sing it in 3-part harmony. Again, I said to the choir, I haven't got any music for this. We just have to do it all by ear. And they looked quite uncomfortable.
I know.
And I said, no, it'll be fine. Don't worry.
Well, I know it's going to be fine because I've also heard a little snippet, and you get to hear it now too, because Christine very surreptitiously also recorded a little bit of this at the rehearsal last week. So first of all, you'll hear again some lovely chat between Christine and Angela and the Manx Voices, and then a little sneak preview of the aforementioned Wise Woman.
Right, now I will keep an eye on me so that you know which chorus you
She is the wise woman.
While the fishermen made safe their boats with hauling nets and such, the women lined the harbour and they looked to her for luck. She was a wise woman. She had respect for what she saw. She was a wise woman. She knew she couldn't stop the storm. She was a wise woman. She was a wise woman.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. It must be amazing having the choir behind you as well,
great.
Christine.
That's great.
Oh, well, you can hear that in full along with a fabulous programme of music that has been put together by Angela and the Manx Voices, along with Graham Kirkland as well. Friday evening at St George's Church at 7:30pm, and collecting money for, Angela?
Forget Me Not IOM.
Which is a fantastic charity as well. So people can just turn up, I take it?
Yes, they can.
Yeah, no, it's bound to be very busy, so do make sure you get there early. I'm going to play us out then with a song that, again, you may well hear on Friday evening, led by Christine Collister. This is the original version, though. This is Joni Mitchell and The River. And Christine, any idea when we might expect your new material to be out and available?
Not quite yet. I'm working on when the book and the CD will be released, but probably the springtime.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
we look forward to that. Do keep us posted, won't you?
Of course, thank
and
you
in the
very
meantime,
much.
many thanks for being with us, and have a great night on Friday.
We will. We absolutely will.
Happy Christmas,
Yeah.
Mulligan, on both of you.
Manx Radio's 1 to 3, tended by Ramsey Garden Centre. Pick up your new all-season loyalty card in-store today and start collecting reward points.